tonight on BBC One. At 7 o'clock, Tomorrow's World includes a look at the dangers of driving.
Barry, I've commandeered a vehicle.
The old trick, eh? Eat the telly before I get a chance to nick you.
It's a toaster.
Dalek,
You have been defeated. Surrender. You have failed.
Insufficient data.
Nazi ain't got no humanity. They're the foot soldiers of a Jew-hating, mass-murdering maniac, and they need to be destroyed. That's why any and every sumbitch we find wearing a Nazi uniform, they're gonna die.
is this world protected? Because you're not the first lot to have come here. Oh, there have been so many. And what you've got to ask is, what happened to them?
Hello. I'm the doctor.
Yes, indeed. Good evening, good morning, good evening. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. I hope you're all doing well, wherever you are, baby, in the world. I just saw on the title for the next stream, I had Star Trek Discovery, right? I don't think so. Look, I put out the Star Trek Discovery recap on episode 2. It got like 10, 15 views. I was sitting there, I was going to watch the second half of part 3. And part 4 came out today. I was like, I could do that, or I could watch, what's it called again? Fallout, which everybody's really enjoying, and that's much more of a topical conversation. So I am totally on Fallout. What was the hoo-ha about they had the poster airbrushed so our ass looked better or worse? I can't remember. I think, the poster, let's have a quick look at the Fallout poster if we can find it. Fallout. Doink. And definitely, now I'm on to episode 5, Ella Purnell. Oh, yeah. Did they airbrush that? No, that's the non-airbrush one. Oh, so somebody airbrushed it to make it look more rounded. I guess it wasn't the official thing. Never mind. But she's totally, as I said on my last review, hot enough, right? She's attractive enough, for the male gaze, right? It's not for the male gaze. It's not. How can I say? They had this like debeautifying, stakes over the last few years, which they're not going into, or hiring the most ordinary looking troglodytes humanly possible. Right? The bridge crew of Star Trek Discovery, for example. Oh, God. So I think I'm done. I think I'm out. I think I'm free from Star Trek Discovery because I can't. I can't, look, if there's a big demand, I will, but it's so dumb. Right, it's so dumb. It has nothing to do with Star Trek. Somebody who were they asking me today? It was in the comments. He's like, asking me, why am I watching Doctor Who? Because boy, that is not going to be that. That's like telegraphing everything's going to be awful. It's kind of like the comparing the Biden campaign to the Trump campaign. I don't think they can cheat enough to get Biden to win. That's how bad it is. I don't think they could cheat enough. I think it's going to be a massive Trump landslide like you've never seen. Look, here's the thing. I just think God runs the world, right? And I was listening to this this class today about the coming of the Messianic age, and they described it as not an instantaneous light switch turning on, because that would frazzle everyone. No, it's more of a slow, boy, is it slow rising of the, they can compare it to a sunrise, right? So that's why I'm always, monitoring the cultural waves, to see where things are. The cast report is, I think, from a spiritual point of view, incredibly huge, right? That all this evil transgender stuff, which they use as a cornerstone for these rainbows in everywhere, right, is finally out of vogue, right? It's people are finally running from it. And yeah, I just think that's a really good sign of like the sun rising. So I live in hope of that constantly, and I know I'm crazy, right? I know I'm like, but what can I tell you? I think it's all real, right? What can I tell you? I think it's all real. Speaking of it all being real, man, Passover is faster coming. Monday night, baby. Monday night. So I think I'll still be streaming as normal on like Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday, right? I think so. But like it's so Passover is a big deal in that it's like the Jewish Thanksgiving or Jewish Christmas in England. It's where the whole family gets together. So it dates back to the times of the Bible when Joseph was being sold. And all the brothers sat and they had a meal together, right? And while Joseph was crying, right, and like, let me out, and eventually he was sold into slavery. So yeah, that's the whole. That was the bad thing. So to the repair for that is as a central primal cultural Jewish thing. We have strong family meals on the first night of a Passover. Right, the first 2 nights if you live outside of Israel, right? Thank God we only have to do it one night. Right, and it's so this year we have a surprising amount of people. We weren't sure who we were going to have, right? It was like I figured me, my wife, my daughter, right? They're the certs. My other son sounded like he was going to be in Gaza. My other son, we didn't really know, but he said that sounds like that's not going to be the case. And then my other daughter, wasn't sure what she was. So it turns out, very surprising, that all my kids are home, right? And so we got a huge table. So we got me, my wife, my 4 kids, right? They got my son's wife. So that we're up to what, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then her father 8, right? And then I was talking to my wife, like, you can have like bigger things, right? But I think we're up to 8 guests thus far, and it's a weird evening, right? It's a weird evening. You sit around the table, and you have and you tell the story of the Exodus. And you have these experiential things you have to do, like wash your hands and eat this, then, and that sort of stuff. So here's the interesting thing, though. We are into some serious culture shock this year, right? Serious culture shock. One of the things you make is charoset. You could that as a Jewish thing because it's got all right, charoset. You make your charoset. Now it's different traditions depending where you're from, like Ashkenazi or Sephardi. We're Ashkenazi, baby. We're the pale white loaf Jew, right? We're not the swarthy exotic Jew. We're not the Araby looking Jews. We're the Woody Allen looking Jews, right? So our charoset is supposed to represent the mortar that they use to make to build the pyramids, right? To cement the stones, right? Yeah, mortar. That's the word I'm looking for. So our recipe is diced apples, walnuts. What else is in that? Like red wine, a lot of red wine, sugar. What else is there? There's like an apple saucy thing going on with it, right? But it's like that's it. So now, but the Sephardi one, which my son's wife will be more used to, is like made out of dates, and it's all like gooey, and so I don't know how they're going to cope, right? Also, the other big difference is Ashkenazi Jews, us weedy white loaf Jews, right? We don't eat legumes on Pesach. We don't eat rice, and we don't eat like chickpeas. Whereas it's the custom in Israel. Everybody eats that stuff in Israel, right? And so how are they going to survive? Yeah, there are some Jews, by the way, who don't eat. It's called, oh God. Yeah, there's so many little levels of details to explain to you. They don't eat a mixture of matzah. Matzah is these dried crackers, these large dried crackers, right? That you eat instead of bread on Passover. And a lot of people, they grind it up and make a like a flour out of it, and then you can make stuff of it. That's how you make matzah balls, right? You grind it up. You grind up matzah. I'll give you a picture of matzah. I've shown it before. Matzah, man. Oh man, it was so much easier when the temple was around, right? Oh, there's actually there's that as well. 1 second. Let me get that picture. Doink. And well, I can't believe they actually have the picture of this here. So I will. This is worth some investigating, right? We will talk about this in a second. All right, where me images? Okay, that goes over there. So there's matzah. You want a matzah? Yeah, doink. Come there. There you go. Now I've got to share screen. We've got to find the screen. Share the screen. Share screen. Screen is sharing. That's matzah, right? So you grind that up into like a flour, right? And that's how you make matzah balls. You get that flour and you mix it with like egg and water and oil, and it makes it like a goop, and you roll it into. Oh, and then you let it sit in the fridge for half hour. Salt, pepper. Then you roll it into balls, and drop it in the soup. Now, something they pointed out here, which I really love. I'm really glad they pointed out. This is one of my favorite things at Passover. This, right? I'm gonna zoom in. Oh, right. And so it's a weird thing, but I do love these things, right? This is you get matzah, you get this stuff, and then what was it? You put it, you butter it, and you put it into a pan, and then you pour chocolate chips on it, and let it go, and put it in the oven for a minute till it melts, and then you sprinkle seasoned salt on it. Oh my God, sea salt on it. It is so good. It makes a matzah brittle. Oh no, there's also sugar. Sorry, it's butter and sugar. You dip it in, you lay it in, and then add the chocolate. Yeah, these are the Jewy foods that made us so excel in sports. So that's what we got going on. I am literally, my feet are killing me, my knees are killing me. My wife, we try and have a date night once a week. So this week was a bit of a weird one. We went to the supermarket to go shopping for Passover. If somebody else says, do you want to go Passover food shopping? A couple of days before Passover in the most religious, it was actually very well managed supermarket. I was very impressed with that. But it was a nightmare. Because you can't get all special food for Passover. It's a nightmare, baby. There's a commandment that if somebody wants to convert to Judaism, you need to try and talk them out of it. I feel that I fulfill that commandment more often than most, right? You may be sitting there saying, the rabbi's running into this Jewy thing. Maybe I should check it out. And then I tell you, no, run. Run screaming. Anyway. Ncuti Gatwa's been talking. Not been good, baby. Not been good. Ncuti, don't be that's not been. This hasn't worked out well, Ncuti. Right? Your promotion of has not worked out well. Right? It's got a lot of people pissed off. You got a lot of people backs up. Right? I stupidly. We got so many of that stuff to find. To go over, I don't even know where to start. What we got going on? Hang on. So thankfully, yes, I'm not doing Star Trek Discovery tonight. By the way, I thought this was an interesting riff on my thumbnails. Right, will they be more or less pissed off with that, right? Because here's the thing. They got Ncuti Gatwa, rippling beauty, with a bit of a packed lunch down his silver knickers, right? So they should be like, if they had the Doctor appear like that, they'd be, yay, it's time for the Doctor to be, okay with being a prancing fairy, right? Yay, right? But Millie Gibson, they're like, oh my God, that's disgusting. Ooh. Oh my God, that's just the worstest ever. I don't tell you. The collapse awoke. It's a-coming. It is a-coming, baby. Oh, I think it's coming soon. I've been saying it for a while, right? But I think it's coming. Although I heard that that J.J. Abrams greenlit Star Trek Strange New World Season 4, right? And Season 1 was great. Season 2 was dreck. Season 2 was real dreck, right? Oh, was not impressed. I was really disappointed as well, right? So Star Trek's have a good hours. No, let's replace that. We'll do a review of the new SFX man. Should we do that now? Should we start with SFX, then we'll get to the chat? That sounds like kind of a fun thing to do. Here we go. Pocket mags. Doink. Where we up to? Where'd he go? Let's start. Doink. So I really haven't even looked at it yet. Came out yesterday. I basically keep this subscription for material to do on on the stream, essentially. SFX. Do you remember the day when they always used to block out the bottom of the F so it looked like Sex Magazine? Right. Okay, so Ncuti Gatwa was on the cover. Not the drawer it used to be. Ncuti constantly pouncing around Gatwa. I said it's like Zoolander becomes Doctor Who. And so who was it? Problem being said Wholander. Right, that's what this is. Wholander. Oh, Ncuti. Well, we're going to be talking about what Ncuti said later, which is not good. World Science Fiction Convention Glasgow. Not for me. Fine. Doctor Who, Dead Boy Detectives. Oh, they made a TV show of that. There you go. King of the Planet Apes. I'm actually looking forward to that. Interview with the Vampire. No. Rent a Ghost. Oh, okay. That's something we may have to cover. All right. Rent a Ghost. Oh my God. Let's have a look at the ransom rate, shall we? I mean, this guy gets sadder every time I see him. Right? This guy's like, oh God. Oh my God, look at me. This is me back there when I was young and cool. This is me now and I want to die. Oh, cool. Let's see what the ransom raves were, right? Raves. Absolutely loves chemistry between Dr. Umi in Space Babies. That's what, oh, fuck you. I've seen it, you haven't. Fuck you. Listen, it might be great. I'm trying to go into it blank, but boy, they make me hate it beforehand. Could watch Dead Boy Detective faster if it was a total ticker for me. Okay. Did you love Lockwood and Co? No, I didn't. Chucky's keeps getting weirder and weirder. The second half of season 3 is brilliant. 40 Years of Screen is a gorgeous book. Hope to do a full collection of the summer specials next. Oh, you mean Scream the comic? 40 Years of Scream? What's that? Hang on. 40 Years of Scream. I used to love that little comic. Archival collection. Now, what is this? Wow, how much is this? $40? That's not bad. Not for the nervous. So, do you have what's inside? Is it black and white inside? Alan Moore, John Wagner. Oh, man. When did this come out? This looks freaking awesome. How many pages is that? 464 pages. Oh, God. Celebrating 40 years since the launch of UK's most iconic horror anthology. This thing going clicks all the strips including in the. Oh my God! I got to get this. I have got to get this. Oh my God! When did this literally just came out? right? No, it hasn't come out yet. It's coming out next week. This looks awesome. I can't believe I didn't know about it. Oh my god, that looks just awesome, right? I mean, it really looks just awesome. 5. Fuck me, I'm sold on that. You know, I was bummed out that I didn't get the what's the name figures? Mavellan figures, right? But I'll much rather have that. That looks fantastic. So he didn't really want to love them, the scare, but 3 episodes. Okay, I don't know, whatever it is. X-Files rewatch. That's fine. It just seems X-Files just seems so cheap to me. I was never really that into it. It got good, but I was really trying to carry it along by the hype of it at the time. Looking for the Black Mirror's follow-up to the Callisto. I finally remember visiting the set of the original, watching the cast do textbook reacting to explosion scenes. I'd love to see that. Please see Search for Spock is getting a theatrical release of 40th anniversary. That's nice. From June 14th. Though I wasn't wild about the Batman, the trailer for the Penguin, it has me intrigued. Had me bored. Still struggling to be with that's Colin Farrell. Still struggling to believe that's the Penguin, right? If Late Night in the Devil didn't make you shudder, I didn't watch it. Fine. So Ed Ricketts, the production editor, says probably old hat to many, but Blake Seven spoof. Blake's Junction is fantastic, right? When it's got what's the name from The Office. Trailer for Adrian Romulus looked promising. Essentially, remake the first film. Remake the first film way. But we've been there with Alien trailers before. The game Alien Isolation nails the ethos better than any recent flick. I tend to agree with you, although I did like Prometheus, right? I like Prometheus a lot. Jetred, attack warning read by Julie McDowell. A fascinating account of Britain's plans to nuclear apocalypse in the Cold War. I'm fine. So then Misty returning for a summer special. Resident Alien continues to be on a rush. I kind of fell out of it. And even the ultra Horror Renaissance, can we get rid of Ghostbusters? Really? Okay, goodbye. 5. So what's this? Play your cards, right? Spencer and Anna Halberg on the Fate dealt to the Fate dealt hand for Tarot. All right, isn't that Ace of Wands? Tarot? It's an Ace of Wands movie. What's this? The vampire apocalypse is descending on Marvel Universe in Blood Hunt and Union Jack the Ripper. Okay, who writes that? Union Jack. It used to be Union Jack, and now it's Union Jack the Ripper. All right, I think it must be Union Jack became a vampire. Who did I say who's writing it? I don't know. I like the old Union Jack before. What's wrong with Captain Britain? Oh, isn't Captain Britain a lady now? Let's look at Newswarp. I hear the new M is a lady. Hey, I am what I am. New Popeye movie in development. No, don't do that. Don't develop anything like that. Nothing new. DC bringing Teen Titans to big screen with script by Anna Nuguria. No idea. Joe Dante and directing Little Shop of Horrors for Roger Corman. Oh, Little Shop of Halloween Horrors. I wonder what that is. That'd be really interesting. Wendell Pierce is playing Daily Red Planet head honcho Perry White in James Gunn's Superman. What? Oh, Wendell Pierce, right, fine. Venom: The Last Dance arrives October 24th. The 24th, who gives a shit? May Campbell returns to Scream 7, who gives a shit? Rebecca Ferguson, I like Rebecca Ferguson, joining Chris Pratt in sci-fi film Mercy, directed by Wanted. Oh, Timur Burkhardt. Man, okay, that's a great lineup. Timur Berkman-Betov, he did, what's his name of the movies he did? They're really good. They're in Russian. 1 second, we'll look up. Timur, 1 second. Timur that's him, isn't it? Yeah, filmmaker. All right. Night Watch, right? Night Watch, Day Watch. You should, again, they're in Russian, but they're really good, right? It's really worth checking out. Strong recommend. Who's this? Who worked on 2000 AD? trying to remember his muscle memory. I just saw 2000. I can't be bothered. What's this? Make it winning for the Ponyverse Monsters Assemble. Who cares? The Batman Part 2 bumped Bat Year back to October 7th. Let's forget it. Right? Forget it. Don't make it. Right? The first one was boring. Patty Jenkins back up for Rose Squadron. Oh, just they have no idea what they're doing. Really, they're completely lost. Margot Robbie producing a movie version of the popular game The Sims. Oh, good for her. Okay. Double take. What's this? Dark Matter. Yeah, no, we watched the trailer a couple of weeks ago. Even with the incredible, what was it? Jennifer Connelly. You're not tempting me in. I'm sorry. It didn't tempt me to increase my Apple Plus subscription. Although there's a new show called Sugar, which has Colin Farrell starring in it. I should check that out before I could always renew it anytime. What's this Monster Mash? IDW says 70 years of Godzilla's birthday. Leave me alone, IDW. Oh, and what was Aquaman? Creature on the Black Lagoon. Issue 1 on April 24th. Okay. It doesn't look very good, does it? I mean, to be frank, maybe it'll be good. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, the cover's not great either. Wonder Woman. Yeah, she's the most stunning and brave woman ever who could do everything. God, I hate Michael Burnham. Neuromancer is coming to the screen in a 10-part series. On Apple Plus, that'll be good. Right? That'll be good. CBS is doing Ghost for a full season. Never saw it. The alias Douglas Smith playing Jimmy Olsen in season 4 of Superman and Lois. That's interesting. Filming on season 2 of Peacemakers set to kick off this summer. I thought they already started filming. Thought he already posted. Wizard of Waverly Place revival greenlit for full series with Selena Gomez and David Henry. Don't know who David Henry is. Lionsgate Television's new Twilight series will be animated. Don't care. Nova series in early development Marvel, it'll be shit. Avatar Last Airbender renewed for 2 more seasons on Netflix. Black Mirror returning for a 7th season in 2025, complete with the sequel to USS Callisto. Elijah Wood, Randall Park, and Yvette Nicole Brown voicing animated series based on video game Among Us. Lazarus Project cancelled after 2 seasons. Don't know it. Never will. What's this? It's a new movie. Evil season 4 it's on Paramount Plus. Don't care. Totally not worth. I wouldn't subscribe to Paramount Plus for that. This is Storm Kids return. They return to Hades for Fetch Book 2. Yeah, okay. RoboFall's not for me. Guardian of the Galaxy. Space Coast. That's a nice cover, nice interior artwork actually. Okay, that actually looks pretty good. Who's doing that? Oh, these are the Thundercats. Dimension are now continuing their line with Space Coast. So who's writing it? David, don't know. Space and Time. Oh man, yeah, it's not looking good. So yeah, that's the new comic coming out soon. I know. I just feel this new era is going to crash and burn epically because, like, when we go into promotion, we'll see. But like, it's been epically awful, right? Just epically awful. I'm sorry about that. What can I tell you? Fine. So now we've got a lot of Doctor Who content. It's back, and this time it's taking over the planet. It's really not going to, mate. That's the thing. They keep hyping this up, and it's not. It's gonna. I don't think it's gonna continue past 2 seasons on Disney Plus. Right? Look, I'm intrigued to see what they put on the screen. Right? Church and Ruby Road was pretty darn good, right? But I don't know. So I was going to do this interview today, but there's so much other stuff to look at. We probably won't get to it, right? Church and Ruby Road was good. Like this is season 1, season 14 in a nutshell, right? It's bizarre, weird casting, highlighting transgenderism. I like it's everything in this season rolled together. I don't know. But then you have things like this, which I think look very good, right? I really do think that looks very cool. I wish that was his look, right? That would be so much more interesting. That he wasn't so self-conscious, so pouncing around. I don't like it. Again, I don't like him being the center of attention. He's with, he's on a set. Like Capaldi's Doctor would play the guitar to himself in the TARDIS. Well, I guess he played it on the top of a tank when they're coming in. Director Julianne Robson on her 2 episodes. I don't care. Don't really care. I got to say it's worth looking at first. Hair and makeup design. Fine, I guess they got to interview someone. Ticket to Ride. Director Ben Chessel talks about his 2 episodes. Okay. What is she holding, you think? It's probably a tuning fork or something. I don't know. I don't think Jinx Monsoon's a master. I just don't. Right? I really don't think Jinx Monsoon's a master. Fine. So, Dead Boy Detectives. That was like here's the thing. Sandman, in its original run, did a bunch of really good standalone issues, right? Which would all make, I think, could be expected to make really quite good stories, movies and things like that, right? Dead Boy Detectives was one of those, and they spun it off, and it was like meh. Right? That's about it. Was so now we're getting adaptations of a meh spin-off. But I think the person who wrote it, what's something else that I quite like? Like I like his other work. I can't remember. Right? I know some is getting paid from this, right? Which I'm generally speaking quite happy about. But okay, it just seems like is it in the same universe as Sandman on Netflix, you think? I don't know. Let's have a look. Fine. So I don't know. We're gonna start reading this. Who's that? Fine. I don't know. It's from next week on Netflix. Tomorrow, I believe they have what's it called again? Zack Snyder thing. Rebel Moon Part 2. Ooh, I will catch that. I'm looking forward to this. Like, I love the Planet of the Apes. I always love the Planet of the Apes movies, right? I love this new cycle of them. In the first new cycle, like they talked about a spaceship, a space probe that was lost. So I'd love to have them turn up in this movie, right? Which is it's not really far enough along from the original. There's still like elements of human civilization left, like ruined buildings and stuff like that. But I liked that there was like you just had the Statue of Liberty. That was kind of cool. But 10th of May, I will probably be there for that, right? I will probably be there for that. I never got into Inside Number 9. I really should, because they're all standalone, right? I should really check it out. But they're supposed to be. They look like they're good. So when's it coming back? Number 9, May on iPlayer, right? May on iPlayer. Lost in the Shadows. Executive producer of Interview with the Vampire discusses the future of Lestat, Louise and Claudia. Yeah, it just seemed like, oh look, we're going to cast a black guy's Interview with a Vampire, right? Okay. It just seems to be you're making a point, right? It really is. Was that Jacob Anderson, the guy from Game of Thrones and Doctor Who? He's quite good. I mean, I think he probably has the right swagger for it, but like, I don't know the original books, but it would seem to me that changing the making him black would fundamentally change the character. Right? I do like Jacob Anderson, though. Good for him. Rent a Ghost, but by far the best thing in the issue so far. Oh, Mr. Claypole. Yeah. Was it Harold Meeker? I can't remember what these two were called. I love this show, right? I freaking love Rent a Ghost. It was embarrassingly bad, but I just loved it. Sue Nichols, I forgot she was in Corrie, right? Dobby the Pantomime Horse. Yeah, I loved all this stuff. Christopher Biggins, Enormous Veg. This is just a fun show. I'm sorry. I have a lot of fun memories about this. Even though, yes, it was generally speaking reasonably shit, right? Like, John Pertwee from Another Universe. With bad special effects. The evil McDonald McDougal. Special effects were often used. That is true. That is true. Roller skating in Panther department store. Mr. Claypole can't believe his ears. Fred Mumford, that was his name. And Harold Meeker, right? Yes, I did. And Mika gets turned into a budgie. There's a lot of weird shit. I mean, I think if you watch Render Ghost, then we're super high. Don't do drugs, kids. Would be quite interesting, right? Maybe it'd be a bad trip. I think it'd be good. Oliver K. Langmead, Measure for Measure, Meet You Right. I don't know. Did you just say poet? Who finds poetry and science fiction? Okay, listen. I'm sure you could. You make your mother proud. Ghostbusters are Frozen Life. Here it's not very good. So I'll go to cinema, see. Along with Godzilla X Kong, I will see that when I get that on streaming. Right? There is no way I'm going to sit cinema to see that. It looks like a lot of fun, but I'm no way I'm going to go see that. What's immaculate? Sydney Sweeney must be awesome. Sydney Sweeney as a nun. Okay, stop. This is all you need is death. Okay. Don't know anything about this. Doink. The first Obert. Oh, we'll look at prequel. Civil War. Hate Thy Neighbor. Oh, this was the thing with what's his name? Oh no, Kirsten Dunst. Alex Garland. I like Alex Garland, but this is look, it's supposed to be quite good, but lots of Trump derangement syndrome, right? Lots and lots of Trump derangement syndrome. Right? They basically have Nick Offerman playing Donald Trump. And they renamed everything, trying to make it less obvious before the movie came out. Right? But it was still awful. The American Society of Magical Negroes. That got 3.5 stars. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That lasted in the cinema like less than a week. Right? It got yanked out of cinemas because it was shit. That got 3.5 stars. Oh, you're taking the piss, mate. You are taking the piss. Tiger Stripes, coming of age as a girl. I don't care. Imaginary, don't really care. I can't believe they got 3.5 stars. Renegade Now, what is this? Disney Plus, fuck off. Oh look, it's a bunch of women trying to be boys. Must be Disney Plus. Go away. This is just like constant niggling. Leave us alone with this shit. Halo Season 2, fuck off. Really? The Passenger, I don't know what this is at all. But stars Wanmi, Musuko, Arik Niv, and Robert, whatever. No, I've no interest in it whatsoever. Oh, apparently there's something for... What's that? Director Lee Haven joined the helm. Doctor Who, Spyfall Part 2, Orphan 55, and Revolution of the Dalek. Oh, man, you should keep that to yourself, right? You should keep all that to yourself. Sugar. Yeah, I got to check that out, right? I got to check that out. I love these Stingray figures. Oh, God, they're so cool. They really are so cool. They're very expensive, but, man, are they cool. Stingray. Da-da-da-da. Yeah, they look awesome, right? They look freaking awesome. Tygon Collection. This looks vaguely familiar. What is this? So these are moves from 68, 71, 71. Okay, this is Witchfinder General. Blood on Satan's Claw. Oh, that's got what's the name in it? Wendy Papri nearly getting her tits out. And then Blood on Satan's. Oh, the extras. Oh, and Beast in the Cellar. Man, I didn't realize Blood on Satan's Claw was out. Also, it's got somebody else. They got another Doctor Who connection. I can't remember what it is. Ian Ogilvy, yeah. Cat Canary. What? Okay. Why is it in SFX? I understand. And the Borderlands, What Lies Beneath. I don't know what this is at all. Something from 2014. Okay, it's not. I don't. It didn't make an impression. Restore Witch, Beyond Mac, Till Death Us Part, Greatest Hits. Okay, none of these things in any way, shape, or form interesting. Genre Lin, Fantastic Voyages. So this is 2 movies. The Nude Vampire, I like it already. And Indicators of Range of Gene. Okay, so you got Nude Vampires and Demonics. Okay. Mansion of Doom. Okay, it's from 76. All That Money Can Buy. Where's this from? 1941. I no idea. No idea what this is. Martian Chronicles on Blu-ray. I fucking love this. This was a great adaptation. I mean, the book is obviously much better, and it cries out for a good adaptation. But like, I love the Martian Chronicles, right? I love the Martian Chronicles. So this was like 3 episodes in 1980. It really was. It was like it was an unpretentious production, right? Which is just delivered, I think, a good sci-fi, right? But there you go, man. I'm really glad that's out. Still, that Scream book, that's what I'm getting. That looks freaking awesome, right? That looks absolutely awesome. I really want that, right? I really want that. The Undisputed is someone you can build a nest in. The Dance of Shadows. Okay. Don't know any of these things. There's quite nice artwork. Publisher is DS3 by Becky Cluen and Tula Lay. I don't think that one looks good. 40 Years of Scream. Yeah, they only got 4 out of 5 stars. How? Like 15. I love that this is coming out for like $15. I mean for $40, right? I so want this. John Hick was writing Ultimate Spider-Man. I thought the Ultimate Spider-Man was Miles Morales. Action Comics I Bizarro, Jason Aaron. Okay. Yeah, no, I like a bit Bizarro. The Fall of X Finale. Okay, fine. Don't know anything about it. Dragon's Dogma. What's Star Wars Unlimited? It's still gonna be shit. I'm plowing through this and not enjoying it at all. I'm halfway through the second story, and it's just dragging like hell. The Quinn Dilemma. Good title though. Alone in the Dark. No idea. Looks like some video game. What's Valve? There is Decorative Mulgrave Audio is a slight affair, just 30 minutes long, enough of 2 sides of 10-inch vinyl. But what is this? All right, nothing I'm interested in. And there we are. We're at the end of the issue. There you go. We got the sun is the subject of the quiz. More Doctor Who next month. Star Wars: The Acolyte. Oh, fuck off. Furiosa is becoming a saga now. Oh, okay. I'm actually kind of up for that. Strange. I mean, look, I think it's if you want to do a female-led stuff, I don't mind it if there's a in-universe rationale. Like somebody pointed out with the Dark Gallifrey stuff they're doing at Big Finish, which I'm really out of. They really should have instead done a Sisterhood of Khan series, right? That way you can have it female-led and it not be like weird. Right. Okay. And then Killdozer. I don't remember that. I really want this. God, I can't believe how much I want this. I really want this. This looks awful. Awesome. Not awesome. Awful. Absolutely awesome. I bet it's mostly in black and white as well, right? I really think it's going to be fun. I really think it's going to be good. Church and Ruby Road. Fuck off. That's all I can tell you. And I didn't mind it, right? But man, it's like a little bit divisive, the writer, as I recall. Fine, let us get to the chat. Ladies and gentlemen. Doink. Oh man, 10 minutes later than I hope. But never mind. We'll catch up. We'll catch up. No, we won't. The Transformer 1 trailer came out today and it looks abysmal. I don't know what that is. OT Starters is here. That's OT Starters. How you doing? Colin Archer is here. Criticizing the message might get you arrested by a female custodes. Yes, apparently so. That's the world we live in now. I don't know which was worse news this week. One hand is female custodies. I don't know what this and the other is cringe muncho of a franchise which gave us shows like Armada and G1. I don't know what G1 is. I'm so confused by so much. What can you do? Fine. Where we at? So OTS started said hello to you. This sort of yes. It's so stunning and brave to have Russell T. Davis double down the time as Jordan by having it loom in the background. Maybe he will bring me to lecture Gatwa for being an icky man or icky thought. Maybe he will. Probably. Like he's done everything other than suck joked his cock at this point. Matthew Burrows is here. Hey, day, Matthew Burrows. Moffat should have stayed away from this crap. It's really looking like a disaster, right? It's looking like the Biden campaign, like a disaster. I actually think having Trump trapped in New York during this trial will help him. Maybe that'll help him win the state by like just getting all the black vote. And like he went into a gas station in Harlem yesterday, and people loved him. Right? The more persecuted he is, the more black people want to vote for him in America. That is just factual, right? That mugshot did him a lot of good. It's now like defiant and rebellious to vote for Trump, which is okay. That's good. It's a finger to the man. Lonnie is here. How you doing, Lonnie? I'm glad to see you got your internet back. All restored. Nathan Huggins is here. How you doing, Nathan? Huggins. Huggins? I think Haggans. It's Bobby D75. How you doing? Bobby sends me a lot of very good stuff, right? That's really quite helpful, right? Bobby does send me a lot of good stuff. Seth IDK. Seth, I don't know, said, I thought this was about Doctor Who. We'll get there. Sooner or later. Dude, don't worry about the destination. Just enjoy the ride, baby. Just enjoy the ride. Conrad is working through Fallout. He has a few minorist gripes, but apparently they do a lot of damage to the game towards the end. I'm still on the fence. Like, for me, who doesn't know anything about the IP at all, right? This sounds like it's just a really interesting world with characters that I enjoy. And I really like most of the characters. I find the weakest one is like the Knight of Steel, whatever the guy who's stolen the knight armor is. I like the lead woman. I love Walton Scoggins as the ghoul, right? I like Matt Berry as the robot doctor. That was really cool. A lot of it's I'm enjoying everything about it, right? I have no doubt that the game was different, better. So the thing I didn't like about the game, it was a bit too open source to me. You could just go in any direction and have different storylines, right? Which I know is what everybody liked. I like having a story, like a cohesive story that I'm with. That's why I liked the Last of Us game, for example. I thought it was a novel in video game form. Alien Isolation. Again, it was like an alien comic book, alien novel, but in game form, and it really worked for it. Right? It really totally worked. Paul Towson here. Won't be watching Dora. Don't blame me, mate. I totally understand it, right? I totally understand. Let me turn the air on. Oh, it's hot. What are we up to? Doink. There you go. Oh, should be able to breathe soon. Matthew Pounder. How you doing, Matthew Pounder? Thank you for joining us. And fine whizzing through the chat. Is RuPaul Romana now? No, RuPaul will be Chancellor Goff. Review yourself. Oh man, I'm so sorry. I'm so shit on Twitter, right? On my personal message. I meant to reply to you. You told me you were watching more classic Doctor Who. Please let us know in the chat what you've been watching. Right? I would love to know more. He's some Rabbi content there. It's been a few days, but now, but I won't moan. Oh, moaning is great. Enjoy the moaning. Since you mentioned Penrose, does the Jewish tradition have them built by slaves? No, yeah, the slaves were the Jews. That we built the pyramids, right? At least the ones in Ramses and Piton. Is that cracker? Is it like a cracker consistency? It's yeah, basically. It depends. Like the best is like when you make it yourself, which you really can't do. You need like a special. You need like a hermetically sealed place because essentially you have to. It has to be made from water adding to the flour and it being finished within 18 minutes, right? So, but if you, I like it when they're soft, so you can like roll it up like a big piece of what's it gonna H2O? What do you call it again? Laffer, right? Oh man, that took me time. Review yourself. Sean says, just call me Sean, baby. I will call you Sean. Matthew Q. Matthew Q. Michael Q is here. Hey, Michael Q, thank you for joining us. It's not good when I welcome people and get their names wrong, right? Rabbi, your friend Noel from the Noel Zone already talking about it. We're talking about what? I don't know. But I do like a good Noel segment. I have to tell you, I do tune in often, right? I tune in often. Judith's first ever was fantastic. Super excited for the next one, says IDK. It was better than any of the other specials in my estimation. I think they really burnt a lot of bridges by the time they got there. Honestly, the Star Beast with Yasmin Finney being the savior of everything turned a lot of people off, right? And David Tennant was just kind of old and past it. It was a bit sad, right? I like the energy of Ncuti Gatwa. I like the energy of Millie Gibson more. I think getting rid of her was a mistake. Even though they're wildly denying it now, which obviously, she was gotten rid of. Look how she reacted, right? Big Prick is here. Big Prick. Entertainment really more like weekly entertaining. Yes, it's very true. Oh, God. All that stuff was really bad, right? Cut price rose, Ruby Tuesday, snooze. Well, at least she's good looking. And she's easy on the eye, right? I can't have Ruby Sunday without thinking of George Harrison, aka George Sunday, aka Thermo Man from My Hero. Him, right? Gotta love that show. Oh, yeah, man. When was that? 80s, I think. Dr. Alex is here. Have a funny little vid for you, but it's too big to send directly via Facebook Messenger. How are you going to send it to me? Do you have like a Google Drive or something you can upload it? Oh, video sent. How do I get it? Let me check my email. 1 second. Not there. Okay. Not my emails. No, okay, let me check Google Messenger. There you go. Let's have a look over there. Fine, Dropbox. So how do I download it? Let's make me log in. We accept everything. Accept all. Yes, we do. Download. What? Where'd it go? Come back. Download. Oh, it's downloading. Okay. That's going pretty quickly. I think we need to finish the chat before we get to this, but I think it was going to be something very funny. Lars Henderson series review. What? He has a series called what was his name? The guy from Aliens and Millennium. That's the guy. Dr. Alex, my name is Michael Q, and your Irish Urban World World is fantastic. There, but you could actually go and buy that. I think from Dr. Alex. It will be. It's really good, right? Richard Burton Read War of the Worlds is fantastic. Archibald Lazarus is here. Hey, Archibald Lazarus, thank you for joining. P.D. Rich is here. I just got a bit of puke in my mouth when I saw Mikey Spock. Yeah, I'm sorry, mate. I'm out of Star Trek Discovery, though, right? No, nobody gives a shit. It's not even worth covering. Right, that is incredible faith. That not only is it not worth watching, it's not even worth covering. See, that's how much Star Trek has fallen, right? Gone together. I wouldn't trust the prediction. Been wrong on everything. What, me? I've been right on everything. What are you talking about? I did. It seems like we'll go with the promotion right now. Oh my god. Oh no, a drag queen better cry about it. But here's the problem, Seth IDK. That there's been a big movement to, I think, very narcissistically use children to confuse them sexually. And the more confused they are sexually, the better it is, to the extent they will medically alter their bodies, right? And this is all from a normalization of cross-dressing, which is the normalization of drag. That's what it's all. That's why there's Drag Queen Story Hour, to normalize cross-dressing. And it's for us, don't get me wrong. Whatever floats your boat, baby, right? Whatever consenting adults want to do in private is absolutely fine. This movement to, again, narcissistically sterilize and amputate sexual organs from children so you can feel like a good person is disgusting. So that's the problem, Seth IDK, right? That's the way. It's not innocent. It's not like, oh, it's like a pantomime dame. No, pantomime dames didn't have big fake boobs they rubbed in the faces of 7-year-olds. Don't tell me drag hasn't been highly sexualized, because it has. And I'm sorry, but that's just reality. It's not going to come well. There's not going to be smell. I think it's going to crash and burn, right? I think it's absolutely going to crash and burn. Because, like, they keep doing stupid shit, right? It was based on Ghostwatch. I thought so, right? That was from the 90s. I didn't actually see that. I was already in the rabbinic ceremony by then. I don't know. Just got another communique. What did that say? Hang on. Ah! No, fine. No, I already got that. I got so much stuff to get to. There's a great interview with Alex Kurtzman as well about like how hard it is in the streaming wars. At the end, he was also based on Blood on Satan's Claw. That's the one. You're absolutely right, Mark Lewis. Thanks for letting me know. Also had a young Michelle Detrice. Who's that was from? Michelle Detrice. Was she from Hello Hello? I can't remember. The name rings a bell, right? The name rings a bell. Where are we up to? Okay, Mark Lewis said hello to you. Matthew Bell, definitely to do. Great to see RIP Doctor Who trending. I mean, it really is. Man, and they're like, it might be great, right? It might be great, but man, they're just doing everything they can to make it look awful. I can see a few problems with the storytelling, but to pull some of the games, it seems to be a good series mode. Exactly, right? And I like the narrative thread they got building up, like the whole story with what's going on with the vaults. That's interesting. Again, I'm on episode 5 right now. Just finished episode 5, so I might finish it tomorrow. But there's also, again, Rebel Moon coming out tomorrow. By the way, although I am ahead of the game, hey, check this out. I got my thumbnail for Saturday pretty much thought out. What's the best way to go? Captain Caveman, baby. We need a Captain Caveman thumb. I should have had to say, Saturday morning cartoons never look so great cavey, right? Because that's, what's the name? Tiffany, what's the name of the character that was in it? Of course, here played by Sydney Sweeney. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. And they would have got away with it too. It was a few meddling kids. Sorry, Rabbi, we're not a big fan of the games that make you go one way. I hear it. I totally hear it, right? I'm more interested in seeing a writer's vision, right? Again, that's why I liked Alien Isolation a lot, right? Because I felt I was getting a story. My last Doctor Who episode has been Cunningmonger's Underworld. Oh, I bet that's good. Noel's on getting put on a rant. Fantastic rant, right? Second to none. I doff my hat. Michelle, aka Mrs. Edward Woodward, was betted summer. Yes. Oh my God, she was Mrs. Edward Woodward. I had no idea. I had no freaking idea. That's wild. Man, you see, you just blew my mind, right? Captain Caveman, played by the Rabbi. Sydney Sweden played Tiffany. Yeah, I'm up for that, baby. I'm up. Okay, I just said, I thought Dan wasn't streaming in this week, but he's apparently streaming in tonight. Okay, fine. We'll check that out when I'm done. Where am I up to? Fine. So where should we start? Man, I really want that Scream book. I can't tell you how much I'm like, that looks cool, right? That looks super cool. Oh, there's a J.K. Rowling thing. Which one do we start with? Yeah, let's start over here. Which this is something I find very, very unfortunate, right? This is a very bad sign for upcoming Doctor Who. Where is it? I'm going to go bookmarks. Yeah, here we go. There we go. Doink. Stop screen. Share screen. So, yeah, this kind of happens. Where do you find out who Mindy, as in Mork and Mindy? I'll start. Okay, fine. What? Pam Dewar, wasn't it? Mork and Mindy. I've got to look this up now. Mork and Mindy, starring Pam Dawber. I remember. I thought, she was reasonably hot. Married to Mark Harmon. Well, there you go. They kind of work as a couple. And I like they're old and together still. That's really nice. Man, but they do. They kind of look good as a couple. Look at that. Kind of like the Scarecrow of Mrs. King. Here, where do we pull up the picture? Copy image address. Doink. Man, Scarecrow of Mrs. King. That was a great show. Copy image address. Doink. There you go. Share screen. Doink. From a forgotten era of Hollywood when it wasn't full of pedophiles, right? before it was it got funky. Anyway, new Doctor is coming. Ncuti Gatwa has been talking, and Ncuti Gatwa has been saying stupid fucking stuff, right? Just so much stupid stuff. Ncuti Gatwa says the darndest things, okay? And that's really, I think, what we're going to focus on today. Ncuti Gatwa. So this is in the Daily Express. Ncuti Gatwa Doctor Who star Ncuti Gatwa star Doctor Who issues forward response over hate aimed at series. Again, mate, this is really ridiculous, right? Forward response. What hate is there? You're working on a product, and everything you're doing so far makes it look like it's going to be substandard, right? Why can you not take any fucking accountability for yourself, right? Maybe what you're working on is shit. So far, most of what this new era has been shit, right? It's been bloated, overstuffed, overproduced, and low quality, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I viewed The Church on Ruby Road as a complete reboot. There's been nothing since 1989, right? And it was an interesting take on Doctor Who, something I wasn't totally opposed to. Like, much better than David Tennant ones, right? But what's this hate? I'm sorry. You guys have been like again, you shoehorn drag queens and transvestites and transgendered chicks with dicks in everything. Right, I'm sorry. Like most normal people are not up for that, right? What consenting adults do in private is their own business. Don't tell me this weird kink is no big deal. Stop with it, right? Again, we've had the CAS report that tells us what we all fucking knew. Leave the fucking kids alone. Don't transition them. They're going to kill themselves. No, they're not. You've been lying for fucking years. Anyway, so he says, it's not something I avidly keep up on. The hate, It's kind of. Should we look at this? It's Daily Express, right? I think it's fair to see it in context. Daily Express. .co.uk, you think? Let's have a look. Oh, there you go. Nicholson and husband Peter Moore arrested for second time amid finance. That's not good, right? Oh, Argentina bombshell. A survey submits request to join NATO. Really? Blimey. Okay, I was surprised about that. So where's search? It's got to be a search. Oh, there you go, doink. Ncuti Gatwa. Doink. Date. 1/4/18/3. Is it not? It's not here. Really? That's weird. Doctor Who. A very strong feeling about Doctor Who. Cast Bridgerton in first episode, brand new villain. Pedophile 32. Well, okay, that makes sense. Lots bitter battle with Billy Piper over children feuds. I can't imagine that's fun at all, right? I don't know. So when was this from? It was over here. Do we have a date on this? Daily Express. Maybe. Yeah, do I look on? Let's look on Twitter. Daily Express. X.com. Daily Express. Daily Express. Yes. Tom Cruise's daughter Siri, 18, beams on her birthday. Well, that's nice. There you go. So become a Doctor Who. Bit of Ncuti Gatwa. What is that? Stacey Solomon. Do not know who she is. Oh God, Meghan Markle, go away. Oh my God, really? This is just an hour? How much stuff is on this bloody feed? Are you kidding me? How can I search the feed? I'm going to go. I'm going to Daily Express Ncuti Gatwa. Let's see if that comes out. Fine. That didn't come up in the search, really? Oh, that was ridiculous. Okay, BBC started forward over hate aimed at series. Sex education star made his debut doctor in the show's 6th anniversary this year. I thought you said everybody loved it. It was the best as ever. It got 15 squillion billion million viewers. Everybody was dancing in the streets. They were crying. They were, the lame could walk again. Doctor Who started to get reflected on the venom aimed at the show after his casting. No, I'm sorry, there wasn't. There are some people who said, I don't think it's worked. I think it's stunt casting, and they seem to be proved right. And a lot of people said it's like, what's the name? It's DEI casting, right? Which I think it's looking like it is because it's not looking that good. And I thought it would be great. Okay, they announced the new incarnation Doctor in 2020. Some people were very vocal about this. Not many. And you only have to look at Henry Cavill, which is why I always back anything he's in, right? For the correct response for that. It says, Henry Cavill, when asked about that, The Witcher, he says, it's not. These people just are very passionate because they love the show, right? They love The Witcher, and we want to make it as good as we can for these people. You shouldn't be down on them because their love for something, right? It's a great thing, and I'm proud to be in it. So that's the right response. What does Ncuti narcissist fucking Gatwa have to say for themselves? It's not something I avidly keep up on. The hate is kind of fascinating to me because there's so much energy they're putting into it. I think they need to go and find a hobby is one thing. You fucking cunt. This is our fucking hobby. You fucked up little jumped up squirt cunt. Fuck me. Oh, and frankly, you're not doing a great job. Let's be clear. You're not doing a great job. You're pouncing into fucking camera, non-fucking stop like Zoolander, and your take on the Doctor has been mediocre at best so far. Outshone by Millie Gibson. They should find a hobby. Fuck you. Fuck you. I mean, honestly, fuck you and the horse you rode in on. Fucking cunt. You tosser. Like, this is not a way to get an audience on board. I will remind you, every single time, morons, vapid, self-obsessed TV stars, movie stars, and creators, right, have said fuck you to their audience. They've seen their project die. And like, look at Star Trek, right? Star Trek Discovery's going, it should be their flagship. I'm not even covering it anymore because nobody gives a shit. And that's where Doctor Who's going to be, you vapid, self-obsessed little cunt. Oh, but another thing is, we do see a shape-shifting in casting in positions of power and the status quo. You mean like everyone's got to be trans? Like, yeah, something that makes up less than 1% of the population suddenly has to be like 80% of the world, right? Yeah, we're all finding that a bit fucking weird, right? And also your weird fascination of exposing children to your sexual fetishes. We're all finding that a bit fucking weird, Ncuti. Can you just go on and play Doctor fucking Who? Can you stop waving your dick around, right? I like this. Stop it already. Oh no, this is so much hate. Fuck you. I mean, it's not a fast shift. Things could tip over the other way a little quicker. But you see people kind of malfunctioning because things are changing. No, things are changing for the worse. And it's not because there are people with dark-colored skin on TV. Things are changing for the worse because we are more racist now. We are more racist because you moron left-wing socialists want to reduce everybody to their skin color, their sexuality, their mutable characteristics, and nothing else. We are more racist now because of all your anti-racism. Yeah, we have segregation again now because of your anti-race. Oh, they just don't like to say. Yes, you're right. You're right. We would like to see black people not made into slaves again. Yeah, funnily enough, yeah, we would like that. Don't call us fucking crazy. Right? And I'm telling you, if these left-wing cunts had their way, they would have them back in fucking in chains in a second. Oh, but they found other chains, like easier to control them with. And because the things are changing. No, here's the thing. Things aren't changing. You're so convinced they're changing, but no one's fucking interested in your trans bullshit. Right? It's relentless trans bullshit. Oh, Hexadron 4981. Desperately been trying to get my attention, right? This guy has desperately been trying to get my attention for a couple of weeks. Look, mate, if you want to come on the stream, not tonight, I'm busy. If you want to come on the stream, get in contact. Otherwise, piss off, right? Piss off, you pathetic little cockwomble, okay? If you want to come on the stream, you're welcome. There's nothing else to say to you. As I said before, it's boring. You are boring. Okay, you don't feel need to block him, mods, unless he's starting problem. But yeah, the world is a more racist place because of these left-wing morons, right? Again, where the only thing they look at is skin color. Meritocracy is gone. Yeah, it used to be a time when you had black characters on TV who were characters, right? They weren't token for white people, wealthy white people's vanity to make themselves feel like good people, which is 100% what Ncuti Gatwa is. Why do you think they have them at the Oscars? Look at my black, everyone. We're so liberal. I have my own black. That's how they view Ncuti Gatwa, and it's disgusting. Right? These progressive anti-racists. Well, Scooter's casting may have raised a few eyebrows. Very few. right? And the gay shit is raising the eyebrows, not the black thing. I have a couple of people in the audience who feels the character is intrinsically white. That's their right to feel it, and it's not a racist point of view, right? And it's a reasonable argument as well, right? But for me, it's never been a problem. So the honor falls to Joe Martin. She was never the Doctor. Jodie Whittaker wasn't the Doctor. None of these people. No. Nothing after everything after Capaldi is essentially idiot fanfic. Yeah, look at this. Like, can you stop with like the gay pouting into fucking camera with your rippling chest showing, with your rippling oiled nipples? Like, enough already, Shooty. Sales guys recently have been incredibly diverse and also massively failed. Right? Massively failed. And here's the thing. You think being diverse is going to get people to watch. It's not. The only thing getting people to watch is being good and not being obnoxious. And I don't think you can pull it off. Right? I don't think you can pull it off. Heartstopper star Jasmine Finney was an integral part of 6th anniversary special and killed this revival stone dead. Right? The upcoming series also cast RuPaul's Drag Race star Jinx Monsoon as a character called the Maestro. I know. And at the same time, they were cast as they had an interview with them on Twitter saying how they had met up and had a meaningless, empty sex with somebody else, and they lost a condom up his ass. Right? This is not family entertainment fare. Right? John Barrowman, who they all lose their shit about, right? Because he got his dick out and waves it on set all the time. And apparently, everybody seemed to kind of like it, right? Including Camille Kadori, who he put this dick on his shoulder in makeup, right? She laughed about it. Them they all freak out about, right? After the first month of the anticipated standalone episode, Crystal Day, blah blah blah. And look, just every creative choice thus far has been a poor one. Shooty, that was really, 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 really stupid. Okay, really stupid. Let's see if you can top that. Okay, let's go over here. Oh man, we got a lot to go through. I mean, look at this shit. Okay, I don't see Tom Baker doing this. So this has the famous quote in it. Can I find the link? Did I bookmark it? Problem being said, the Chrysler Bike forward response, where it's 2 fucking paragraph, you daft fucks. It's not the greatest comeback to all time. I'm very much on board. Oh, here it is. I was just going to show the image, but because where is it? Doink. I got to go over here. Really? Clicked on the wrong thing. Where is it now? Now I've lost it. I went back. And this one over it. There you go. Oh. Boomering it all the way. I mean, let's look at this shit. Stop. So this one has this quote. Oh, fuck write-offs is probably yes. Look at this shit. That's what I'm going to put into the universe. I need the Doctor to have a big, fierce dance routine that like destroys a monster with twerking, or maybe some death drops, and that's what will drop the monster. Fuck me. So that doesn't sound very Doctor Who. I'll admit to that. But you know what? This, you'll be surprised to know, is a famous Doctor Who quote. Right? Many other doctors have said this, right? Many other doctors have said this. It's, here's Colin Baker, right? It's him saying the same thing.
Big dance number. That's what I'm going to put into the universe. I need the Doctor to have a big, fierce dance routine that, like, destroys a monster with twerking. Or maybe some death drops. And that's what will drop the monster.
Okay. I have another version. I think it might have been better. 1 second, video file. Is that Colin Baker? This one here.
Big dance number. That's what I'm going to put into the universe. I need the doctor to have a big, fierce dance routine that, like, destroys a monster with twerking. Or maybe some death drops. And that's what will drop the monster.
Yeah, look, so archetypically Doctor Who. Peter Capaldi said the same thing. Incredibly, right? You wouldn't have thought it, but here it is.
Dance number. That's what I'm going to put into the universe. I need the doctor to have a big, fierce dance routine that, like, destroys a monster with twerking. Or maybe some death drops. And that's what will drop the monster.
It highlights how insanely shallow this is, right? How absolutely insanely shallow. It's also, Dr. Alex sent me this. I think it might be connected. Okay. Well, thank you very much. Modern versus old. Here we go. I don't even have any sound. Oh, wait a minute. This file. Really? Would I have to convert the file? I might have to convert the file. 1 second. Oh, man. What a bummer. What am I going to do here? Let me reformulate that file because I'm sure it's going to be awesome, right? I'm sure it's going to be absolutely awesome. Now I'm going to open up. Oh, it's opening up. There you go. Let's have a look. Okay, give me a second. I'm working on this, right? I could only, and it's worth the wait. I'm going to go out on the limb and say this is going to be totally worth the bloody wait, right? This is worth the distraction. Here we go. Over here, doink. Doink. And oh, now I've got to make it. Nothing is easy. My life is a living hell, ladies and gentlemen. A living hell. But you know what? I'll persevere. Fine. Here we go. It's processing it. It's processing it. Because, I have a feeling it's going to be Tom Baker saying that wonderful line about twerking. What the f are they thinking? How did they think, oh, this is going to be great? Everyone's going to love this. Right? Oh, they're going to love it so much. Here we go. Doink. Yeah, let's see if this works. Very classy, Dr. Alex. Thank you for the visual nod, the audio nod.
I need a big dance number. That's what I'm going to put into the universe. I need the doctor to have a big, fierce dance routine that, like, destroys a monster with twerking. Or maybe some death drops.
I mean, it kind of works with Tom Baker, weirdly enough. I think he could probably pull this line off.
And that's what will drop the monster.
I need a big dance number.
Okay, this is much better than mine.
That's what I'm going to put into the universe. I need the doctor to have a big, fierce dance routine that, like, destroys a monster with twerking. Or maybe some death drops. And that's what will drop the monster.
Oh, wait a minute. My son's in the chat. Ariel, hey, is that you? Man, that picture is like years old. Like years and years old, right? Is that really you? I can't tell. How you doing, Ariel? Yeah, I see you. Coming home tomorrow, I think, right? Yeah, everyone's home for Passover. Anyway, happy though I am to see you. I got to see what Dr. Alex has done here. What's the next one? I'm only halfway through the file. Anyone else? Doing something. Okay, we're back. I do like the Dr. Alex theme music, by the way. There you go. With thanks to from old DJ guy. Okay, this is yes, coming soon. Space Ghost Assassin by Lonnie. Oh, cool! I'm looking forward to that. There you go. Thank you, Dr. Alex. So let's go back to this. Doink. I mean, really, you look at it, you just go, what? How did you come up with this thing? Like, how did this series of words come together in your mouth? Right? I don't know. Right? I don't know how you thought, oh yeah, this is going to be great. I mean, look at this. David says much of Ruby Sunset's art was inspired by the Timeless Job. Really? Oh, well, that's going to work out well, isn't it? A plot which introduced the previous showrunner, Chris Chibnall, where the Doctor of the Ville not to have been on the planet Gallifrey, but formerly been a big black woman with a gun. Oh, so interesting, so stunning, so brave. A big black woman with a big gun, I should say. Instead, the Doctor was apparently found as a mysterious orphan from an unknown planet. Much as Ruby was discovered as a newborn. I mean, I thought he was going to try and fix the Chris Chibnall stuff, right? I didn't think he was going to just lean into it totally, right? It was so bizarre, right? It was just so bizarre. There we go. Where the Doctor reveals blah 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 blah. That's going to be the spine of the whole show. Davis teasers. Well, okay. Well, I think that must have got rejiggered a bit with whatever, no, Vashta Naranda, whatever, C2 Vashtu. The story's going to be the spine of the whole story, Davis teased, and despite press reports that Gibson will be leaving after this season. No, they said that, they said that she was essentially, she was leaving filming as a full-time companion. She would be back for like one standalone story to wrap up her arc or something. Yeah, but they even said that she has to come back in second season to wrap up her arc, which I think is what they're filming right now, right? So the story hasn't changed at all. So what about to? Their simulated histories loom large throughout the season as both of them find themselves curious about their origins. That's the story going to be the spine of the whole show. David season, despite previous press reports that she would end the season, she and Davis confirmed that Ruby is a major role in second season. Yeah, she's in an episode or two. Right, we're heading into season 2, and oh my God, Ruby Sunday is important to that. Yeah, but she's not important to be in it that long. There's good stuff to come. I don't believe you, Russ. If this is the good stuff, fuck off. I'm sick of all your weird gay shit. Right? And that's what this is. It's just weird gay shit, mate. Part of the fun of Doctor Who is how the TARDIS rarely visit the same place twice, which is exactly why Davis was eager to turn. It self-regenerating, basically, but like you regenerate it into like unwatchable shit, darling. Right, this place. Every week the TARDIS lands somewhere new. It's not just a new planet, but in a new genre. I can step out of economy and go into a thriller or high-stakes action monster movie or a little chamber piece. There's so much scope that it will never get old. Can you do something not relentlessly gay, Russell? How about that? How about, like, again, I mean, like, I don't think that John Pertwee ever got a quick blowy off Sergeant Benton, right? I just don't. I don't think there are any trans members of the unit military. Oh God, they're all so weird. Wandering around the show's home in Cardiff. Wells emphasizes the sheer scale of the scope of the Hooniverse. I really hate the scale. Right. On one side, say the purely futuristic space station can sit next to a mysterious alien tunnel. Oh, mysterious alien tunnel. I haven't seen them since Happiness Patrol. And steps away from a mid-century office building. Gatwa's first season promises to be a variety of adventures throughout space and time. The Beatles in Abbey Road. Hitchcockian tale written by former Doctor Who showrunner Stephen Moffat. A number of starry guest actors, including Jonathan Groff, pops up in a very gay episode, right? While drag plays Jigsaw makes her debut as a malicious music manipulating villain. Gemma Redgrave is also back as unit head Kate Stewart, and Bonnie Langford returns as Mel. I'm quite happy about the Bonnie Langford returning as Mel. right? Everything else, I'm like, oh, leave me alone, right? Really, just leave me alone with everything else. The fifth most powerful man in the TV industry is slowly becoming the fifth biggest joke in said industry. I like his. It's so the dark mirror image of 2005, right? 2005, nobody thought it would succeed, and you know, not even Russell really. They thought, it might do okay. We'll get a couple of seasons. I don't know, right? It was a huge mega hit, right? They're expecting to be a huge mega hit, and I just don't think they're going to do it. You know, I'm going to twerk a monster to death. Will you stop with that, you weirdos? Right? Langford in 86, blah, 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 blah. When I played Mel, when I played Mel in the 80s, I used to run around and scream at monsters go, oh, Doctor, yeah, no, I understand. But I don't think this is going to be much better, mate. You're going to go, oh, look, a chick with a dick. Right, it was the time when the companions were really just there as a diversion. I think as a diversion. Right after you was Ace, and it was a totally different dynamic, and I think it one that really worked very, very well. Perry was a bit of a divert. I think the last good companion before, and I love Perry, but that's because she's in my spank bank, baby. The last really good companion that was a rounded companion was, I don't know. I would say Lullable's Ramona 2. Right? That's the last time you actually had a character, right? Interact. After that, they became kind of ciphers for a long time. Right? They came like log lines, right? Adric, Pudgy Boy, I Want to Fuck, signed John Nathan Turner. Tegan because it's doing well in Australia. Nissa because she's just been in all those productions, and we fill up the TARDIS for some reason. That's kind of what fandom wanted at the time, as I recall. Right? Then Turlo, somebody else he wanted to fuck, and Perry, somebody who thought the whole world wanted to fuck, and pretty much was right. And again, they didn't really have much of a character around them. Mel, Pease Potter's a computer. It was looked like. Then you had Ace, who actually became a character, right? But it was, I think, Lullable's Ramona was the last good actual character companion before. And look, Nissa just didn't have much of a character, really, other than being a bit wet, right? And not in a good way. That was Perry. Where are we up to? So I couldn't find, and I didn't have that much to do in many respects. I felt I couldn't find my place in it at all. Look, you were there at a bad moment. What can I say? Didn't go anywhere near a computer with a Pease Potter computer program. I didn't touch a single button of the TARDIS. I did nothing that was technical, though. I didn't even answer a phone. So it's a wonderful thing Mel has used the talents and skill, but she also has this love for the Doctor. That gave her all the other credit. That is true. I'm really happy for Bonnie Langford to be back. As for Mel's exploits this season, Langford is tight-lipped, but she teases that she gets to drive a scooter. Yeah, we know, blah, blah, blah. Rob's saying, oh, Doctor, no. Langford said, now Mel does the driving. Yeah, in more ways than one, I think. Also getting upgraded the Doctor's wardrobe. No. Really massive downgrade, I think. I liked his. I like the blue suits. Everything else, not really. The Doctor throughout the centuries. The time of the Doctor's some eccentric looks range from Tom Baker's iconic striped scarf to because it was knitted by Begonia. What a wonderful name! She was so excited. She just knitted all the wool she was given, right? And that's how great this happens, by accident. Tom Baker striped scarf and Colin Baker's flamboyant patchwork coat didn't work as well. Gatwa has established themselves as a pioneering presence on the red carpet. Fucking can't stand that. Look at me, mug to camera. Oh, look at me. Gatwa established himself as a pioneering presence on the red carpet, and he wanted to do his give his Doctor his signature all of his own. Early on, he bookmarked photos from Ralph Lauren's collection with blah, blah, blah. that was one costume idea I had, because I had in my mind I was going to have one costume. I went and showed it to people. They were like, "Oh, this is lovely. What else you got?" I was like, "Oh, yeah. I wish you just kept it to one. I just wish you'll stop with this shit. Constant, like, just stop. Stop posing the fucking camera. Wholander. I mean, that's really what this is. Oh." So it became frames with Pan down, the costume designer. She laid out sketches on the table. I saw kilts and skirts and all kinds of gender pushing. Yeah, fuck you with that shit. Stop your gender pushing, societal pushing outfit. Stop it. Oh, stop pushing your fucked up, weird, pervert religion on me and my children. Yeah, because you have your gender-pushing outfits, I would not watch Doctor Who in front of children anymore. This is why Mega Geek isn't watching it, right? Because it's morally wrong. And yeah, you got to understand that. We had a live and let live thing, right, where we didn't get in each other's faces. Now you're like, oh, look at me, blaspheme. Yeah, fuck you. Some people are not into it. What consenting adults do in private is what consenting adults do in private. Stop rubbing it in our fucking faces. Gender pushing, was it gender, what do they call it again? Gender pushing, societal pushing out. Yes, fuck you with that. That's why you're going to fail. I do believe that. I'm not saying that out of malice and bile. I'm saying that out of, yeah, this is probably going to fail, right? It's probably going to be a big, embarrassing failure. And, oh, God, I hope it is. That'd be so funny. I mean, like, I would love it if it becomes known as like the flop, right? And it was like, yeah, let's do all of them. Yeah. As well, 15th Doctor might have more costume changes than predecessors. Yes. So swapping for different time periods or planet. Early highlights are going to be Regency fit. We've seen that. Meticulously tailored pinstripe suit. That looked great with the afro. I think that looked quirky. Real exclusive look at two of the other outfits in season 2. An elaborate tartan jacket. And a stunning white look. Oh, so this is actually a fuck off. Oh, it's just. Oh, this looks like such shit. I'm sorry, it looks like shit. I mean, look, this looks like shit. All right, like, why are you wearing a skirt, you weird fuck? Hey, this Doctor from another planet, really? He managed not to cross-dress up until now. But then you have this, that looks excellent, right? What was I going to say? The results, Gatwa hopes, was a sartorial spread that nods to the Doctor's various routes. No, the result's going to be people like, fuck off with your woke shit. That's what the result's going to be. Right, it's not. You think everyone's going to go, oh, so stunning, so brave, right? So, you know, and you think everyone's going to have a tear in their eye at how stunning and brave? They're not. They're sick of your fucking religion, and that's what this is. It's your fucking religion forcing down my throat. Shows quintessentially British. It's a show that has accumulated power to reflect where Britain is society. No, this is not where Britain is society. It's where you have told us it is, right? And it's not. Most people do not think women have penises. I am sorry. Even if they say they think women have penises, they're lying. Most people don't think women have penises. Most people think having a penis is an obstacle to womanhood, right? And your religion is dying on the fucking vine. Frankly, I look at the spanking that J.K. Rowling is giving Hamza Yusuf right now. Oh, having his ass handed to him in ways that you could. I mean, like, where was that thing? Do I have that? What was it? Is it this one over here? No. Oh, where is it? Here. Hang on. Now, it's made me want to find it. Where is this? Bookmarks, right? Didn't I bookmark it? I mean, it was just like the spanking he got was like somewhat epic. No, I don't. I didn't save it. That's stupid of me. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I did. I got it over here. Let me go. Look at that. Me thinking ahead. This is it. I think. Doink, doink, doink. Here it comes. Is this the first part? Here. Here, 1 second. Stop screen, share screen. And again, look, they've really made this central to Doctor Who. This bizarre, weird trans ideology. So J.K. Rowling again, once again, Humsa user makes an absolute contempt for women and their rights clear. Women are excluded from this nonsensical hate crime law. Now he introduces a misogyny law designed to protect men. Trans-identified men. That's essentially what it is. Trans-identified men that send violent threats to women, but the likes of Beth Douglas attached now receive double protection from Yusuf for his so-called gender identity and also being, in the eyes of Scottish government, a woman. Yeah, somewhat weirdly, right? Here it is. Doink. The faux outrage claiming the trans women have double protection under the law because of who they are is ludicrous. No, how's it ludicrous? You may say it's ludicrous, but it's also factual, right? And it looks as being upset that the disabled black woman has triple protection under the law. Now, here's the thing. They shouldn't have double protection because most people don't think they're women. In no way diminishes protection against misogyny for those who are born women. Well, what difference? You say it's like I understand. Bad faith actors are intent on turning every single issue into a culture war. No, you have turned this into a culture war by saying people with penises are women. It's amazing. It's the same thing with Doctor Who, right? They go, oh, what are you complaining about? I don't. Your continual chicks with dicks obsession everywhere is why we're fucking complaining. Let's not allow them to divide us. You're the one dividing society. That's what you got to understand. You're in a tiny minority, you weirdo fuck. Right? Into those who are worthy of protection and those and those who are not. Oh, those who are not, I think you'll find they're normally called Jews. Hamza Yosef. Let's engage in robust debate. Yeah, you're a racist little cunt. How about that? One based on facts. You're a racist little cunt. Not deliberate disinformation. Oh, okay, you want truth? You're a racist little cunt. Right? This is why I think this new era of Doctor Who is up shit creek. I'm happy to be wrong. That's the thing. I don't mind being wrong. It's good for me. If it works out that it's good, I'm happy. Where are we up to? What am I saying? The character also represents UK in a weird way, almost like Captain Britain, much more than Captain Britain. So how do you tell the story through fashion? While enjoying why not tell the story through fashion? One enjoying an expanded budget and expanded closet. The team are also committed to and making less episodes than ever. The team are committed to maintaining everything that makes Doctor Who just like Doctor Who. What, like constant chicks with dicks? Because that doesn't really feel like Doctor Who, right? For Davis, that meant leaning into the show's inherent warmth and optimism, something that other TV franchises lack. That's fair, right? Right now in 2024, we need a hero with more heart. Yeah, but the way you express more heart is he's willing to give everybody a blowy anywhere, right? I'm not a fan of the ones that slice and dice. I don't know what that means. Doctor Who is the opposite kind of hero. He picked up a gun and shoot a lightsaber. Well, no, Future Doctor was exactly that. Joe Martin's Doctor was exactly that. It's a marvelly pacifist show, right? So here we get the famous quote. Where are we up to? Where is I've heard chats that about not ever facing a Dalek, he says indignantly. I'll be so angry if that's the case. But by the time I'm done with Doctor Who, at the end of season 2, I better face a Dalek. Well, I hope you do. One other bit of point, let me be Doctor Who facing a Dalek, right? It makes sense. So Gatwa on his wish list, another dance scene. Oh, God, I hate this. 50th Doctor chants Ruby and fans, not really, but by hitting the floor on Christmas special performing I'm Just Ken at the Oscar. We fucking hated it. With Ryan Gosling, who says he's ready to put his choreography for use on Doctor Who. Okay, here it is. I need a big dance number. That's what I'm going to put into the universe. I need a big Doctor. I need the Doctor a big, fierce dance routine, like destroys a monster with twerking. That seems like the stupidest idea I've ever heard. Right? That's a dumb idea. Or maybe some death drops. That'll drop the monsters. Oh, fuck. One of the people sitting here discussing 130. Well, maybe. I hope so. So look, okay, he sounds like a bit of a twat in all of these things. We're gonna give Ncuti a chance to redeem himself, right? Second. Let's hear Ncuti in his own words talking about something that we all love, right? Doctor Who. So this is his run through of who Doctor Who is.
First memory of Doctor Who was a bunch of robot Santa Clauses causing mayhem. And I said, okay, this is a show that's going to change my life. And it did.
I don't know if it's just my negative connotation now, but I like everything he says just irritates me.
Hello, I am Ncuti Gatwa and I am the 15th Doctor in Doctor Who. If you don't know Doctor Who, get ready because I'm going to take you through more than 60 years of television as I break down every core Doctor in Doctor Who ever.
Okay, you mean just the real Doctors, not the made up ones. Hopefully you have the War Doctor.
Spoiler alert, I'm going to spoil a couple things, okay? So just be aware. First Doctor, William
It's weird. I'm finding him so much less charming now.
Hartnell, 1963 to 1966.
You're in no position to threaten us. I don't make threats, but I do keep promises.
William Hartnell launched the show and introduced the world to an alien called the Time Lord, who had traveled...
Well, we didn't know it was a Time Lord at the time. We didn't actually know till 3 years later, right? He introduced the world to the concept, right?
With his granddaughter Susan in a time machine called the TARDIS, which is disguised as a blue British police box.
You explain what a police box is, but it's a phone booth. You need to explain what a phone booth is now. A phone booth only used by the police, right? So, okay.
TARDIS stands for time and relative dimension in space, and it's the Doctor's spaceship, allowing him to travel through time and space in a...
So here's a question. Do you think this is... I mean, this is obviously scripted, right? But do you think he's actually picked up this sort of knowledge making 1.5 seasons of Doctor Who? I think probably. I don't think he's anti-Doctor Who. Right? I think he's just too pro Ncuti Gatwa. Right? It's all about Ncuti being Ncuti. Right? And it's just him being Doctor Who is a cool thing. It's like, again, instead of Patrick Troughton, if they cast John Lennon as the second Doctor.
Box that is bigger on the inside.
It's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
As the first Doctor, Hartnell faced off against some of the show's most iconic villains.
Here's the thing. This is made to bring new people in. Will it work? I don't see it's really working. Maybe it will, right? But it just, I don't know. I mean, maybe they'll just, they basically say, look, you got a super gay black guy here who's going to be starring shows, so you're kind of obligated to watch it. Is that what they're saying?
Including the Daleks and the Toy Maker.
Make your last move, Doctor. Make your...
Like, he was a great villain, but like up until the giggle, he was a forgotten one. I'm sorry. And I think he was a lot more threatening as Michael Gough than he was Neil Patrick Harris. And I like Neil Patrick Harris.
Last move.
And now we move on to our second Doctor, Patrick Troughton, from 1966 to 1969.
Success! It's going on.
Oh man, this is really one of the best stories of all time. Web of Fear.
That's marvelous.
The Doctor has the ability to regenerate into a new body when fatally wounded, remaining the same person.
I mean, here's the thing. Again, they're trying to attract new characters, a new audience, but like, I don't know, it's not very engaging, is it? Like, I think they want to turn up the gay for this, and they've just like forgotten it. I don't know.
But changing their appearance, personality, and even gender. That's how Patrick...
Yeah. Only one time, and it was a huge mistake.
Troughton took over the role from Hartnell in 1966.
By the way, I always liked in 30 Years in the TARDIS.
That's how Patrick Troughton...
I was like in More Than 30 Years in the TARDIS. We had Toya Wilcox talking about the Cybermen saying they're so sexy because they're wearing rubber. Right, Toya.
Took over the role from Hartnell in 1966, delivering a more...
Lonnie nails it, right? Lonnie nails it. He's kind of dull. Yeah.
Eccentric incarnation of the Doctor.
Come on in, the water's lovely!
He was known for his love of the recorder.
He used to love wrapping his lips around that hard tube of desire. I'm trying to help you out here, mate.
Third Doctor. My...
Okay, yeah. Is he going to call him a slut? Oh, God, help me.
Baby. My baby John Pertwee from...
Your baby John Pertwee. I know you're being complimentary, right, in your mind. I know in your mind you're being complimentary. I find this deeply disrespectful.
1970 to 1974.
I always find that violent exercise makes me hungry. Don't you agree?
John Pertwee.
I said it. He's so much cooler. The Ncuti Gatwa, who screams, "Look how cool I am."
Played the first Doctor to be broadcast on colour TV. Pertwee's Doctor spent most of his time exiled on Earth, where he worked with UNIT.
He seems like he's bored out of his fucking mind, right? That's what he seems like to me.
And drove a vintage yellow roadster named Bessie.
Yeah, you mean he had quirk and character? Wasn't just a Wholander twerking to fucking camera.
Bessie, how dare you go gallivanting around like that? Are you sorry? Very well, I forgive you.
Fourth Doctor.
See, okay, that's when the Doctor was an authoritative figure, right? Who was silly and would step outside the box, right? Not just like this ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, inconsequential figure, right? Who was slutting to camera.
Tom Baker from 1974 to 1981.
UNIT is supposed to be a security organization.
Do you think I might attract attention?
Yeah, you shouldn't have used that clip.
Just possible.
Now, Tom Baker's iconic Doctor was known for his hat, his signature striped scarf.
That's one of the greatest speeches of all time.
And his penchant for handing out jelly baby candies.
Would you like a jelly baby?
Shut up!
Simple no thank you would have been sufficient.
And that was the entirety of his take on Tom Baker, right? The entirety of it, right? He's bored out of his mind. The most iconic Doctor, probably.
Doctor Peter Davison, 1982 to 1984.
That's the trouble with regeneration. You never quite know what you're going to get.
I mean, he did kind of nail it on that first scene, right? Castrovalva, first story.
In 1982, Peter Davison became the youngest Doctor to play the Doctor. Matt Smith would later steal that title, Thief.
It's not my fault.
His version of the Doctor was known for his sporting cricket gear and a stick of celery.
He wasn't really known for his sporting cricket gear. Yeah, I mean, it was more known for being Peter Davison, really.
On his lapel. 5 a days, very important.
I'm definitely not the man I was. Thank goodness.
Sixth Doctor, Colin Baker, from 1984 to 1986.
I see you've been busy.
Whereas you have been stupid, Doctor.
I mean, I love season 22, right? I mean, it's so 80s, right?
Prerogative of a Time Lord.
Now, when Colin Baker took over the role, he became famous for wearing one of the Doctor's most eccentric outfits until...
Yeah, again, you're not eccentric, you're posy, right? This is not winning me over. I'm sorry.
Did you call him the Doctor?
Seventh Doctor, Sylvester McCoy, bonny Scottish lad, from 1987 to 1989, and then again in 1996.
Well, for like 30 seconds. I mean, it didn't really count, did it? Although one of my all-time favorite Doctors. I love Sylvester McCoy.
Mine, I believe. Thank you.
Sylvester McCoy.
He had really nailed it by the time he got to Survival.
Might have been the first Scottish actor to play the Doctor, but he certainly wasn't the last. He was also the final Doctor of the show's original run.
Some of there's danger. Some of there's...
Again, written on the back of a packet of fags, right? Just really well done by Andrew Carpenter.
Justice. Somewhere else the tea's getting cold. Come on, Ace. We've got work to do.
8th Doctor, Paul McGann, 1996.
I'm with my father. We're lying back in the grass. It's a warm Gallifreyan night.
Again, this is another... he was more of a pastiche of previous Doctors. Camp is an eccentricity, says Maggie Powder. 100% correct. Really, really agree with you there. Camp is an eccentricity, right? But again, I think McGann just kind of effortlessly walked into the role.
Gallifrey! Yes, this must be where I live. Now, where is that?
So you know, that's what they promised us with Ncuti Gatwa, right? There was a completely new take on the Doctor, yet completely authentic as a Doctor, right? I would say that's definitely Paul McGann's take on it.
1996, Paul McGann played the Doctor in a television movie.
A meteor storm. The sky above us was dancing with lights. Purple, green, brilliant yellow. Yes. What? These shoes. They fit perfectly.
It's not a great script, but really well delivered.
Yes.
Now, the revival era. 9th Doctor, Christopher Eccleston, 2005.
I'm the Doctor, by the way. What's your name?
Rose.
Nice to meet you, Rose. Run for your life.
Yeah, he really didn't know what he was doing when doing Rose, unfortunately. I mean, I like Chris Eccleston when he got a bit later on. The Big Finish stuff is just petered out. I'm sorry. I love that scene with the 8th Doctor calling Gallifrey. So yeah, it really is. It's a lovely scene. He has a lot of really lovely scenes, Paul McGann.
Show was rebooted.
Yeah, they've got the War Doctor, unless they're not doing it chronologically.
In 2005 by Russell T. Davies, the legend, the myth. Christopher Eccleston took on the role. His Doctor travelled with a companion called Rose Tyler.
Get that many people dressed up and being silly. They gotta be students.
That makes sense. Well done.
Thanks.
They're not students.
Whoever they are, when Wilson finds them, he's gonna call the police.
Who's Wilson?
Chief electrician.
Wilson's dead.
Oh!
I was watching Gridlock last night, and I like a lot of it, but man, now I'm really seeing the threadbareness on the script. See, the thing is, around that early Rusty Davies era, his first few, I like the kind of sausage factory of they just kept churning out episodes. 13 a year was a good number, right? Because I don't understand why they can't still do that, right? I do not understand why they can't still do that. Star Trek Next Generation used to turn out 25 a year.
Got another Scotsman on our hands here. The legend that is David Tennant. He was the 10th Doctor from 2005 to 2010. And
I think David Tennant is the new era what the Daleks was to the original era, which is, I think he really launched it into the stratosphere. People like saying, oh, man, Christopher Eccleston, yeah, look, it's like real special effects. It looks good. You should check it out. And then some people started doing that. And when the much more charismatic David Tennant showed up, they're like, yeah, okay, on for this.
Came back as a 14th Doctor in 2023.
From the day they arrive on the planet and blinking step into the sun, there is more to see than can ever be seen.
Yeah, I never really kind of like to talk too much in hindsight. I'm sorry. I know so many people love him, but he's really not one of my go-to. I prefer the 7th Doctor.
More to do than... No, hold on. Sorry, that's the Lion King.
David was known for his sky-high hair, his striped suits, and his allons-y catchphrase.
Allons-y?
I hated catchphrases.
Sorry?
It's French, but let's go.
David was a bit of a man about town and travelled with 3 companions, Rose Tyler, Martha Jones, and Donna Noble.
Okay.
11th Doctor, Matt Smith, 2000.
I think probably the great... him and Capaldi are the greatest Doctors of the modern era.
2010 to 2013.
Bad news, everyone!
Oh, Pandorica's speech. Awesome.
Because guess who?
Now, Matt Smith's quirky Doctor had a passion for bow ties, a love of fish fingers and custard.
I need fish fingers.
He did it in one episode.
And custard.
He wasn't really gelled yet at the time either. Well, Well, it does. I do like custard, I have to tell you.
And he travelled with companions Amy Pond.
Oh, she was excellent. I mean, like Karen Gillan. This was such a great TARDIS crew. Right? I really probably won the best.
Rory Williams and Clara Oswald.
And then went off the ball with her.
Gosh, these guys get about. 12th Doctor Peter.
Like, why is everything a sexual innuendo, Ncuti? Literally everything.
Capaldi from 2014 to 2017.
When you've killed all the bad guys.
Okay, see, this is, I think he's great, but this just really annoys me because this is his great anti-war speech in Zygon Invasion, Zygon Inversion, right? And they were representing ISIS. And your speech wouldn't have been, it wouldn't have worked on ISIS, right? That's what made them interesting.
When it's all perfect and just and fair, when you have finally got it exactly the way you want it, what are you going to do with the people like you?
Another Scot, Peter Capaldi, took on the role, travelling with companions Clara Oswald, Bill Potts, and Nardole.
Hate.
You can't say Nardole right. Nardole?
It's always foolish. Love is always wise.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a groundbreaker.
The absolute worst Doctor of all time. I mean, who destroyed the show.
Breaker of glass ceilings on a...
Soren's is right. This is so bare bones. It's so... Like, if he's not talking about twerking, he's not interested, right? I think you're wrong about the war speech. It's a good speech, but it wouldn't have worked, right? That was the point, Matthew Conti, right? It was an excellent speech, excellently delivered. But the point with ISIS is they're not going to be moved, right? That's the point of them. They are not going to be moved.
Our hands here, the 13th Doctor, Jodie Whittaker, 2018 to 2022.
Yeah. You see that gormless look behind her eyes. We're in fanfic territory with her, I'm afraid. Ooh, Icky Thump. Ah, I'm so clever, me. I'm the Doctor. Oh, Icky Thump.
Oh, brilliant.
Jodie Whittaker was the first female Doctor in the show's history.
And lesbian and Doctor, and she was shit.
And by her side were companions Ryan Sinclair.
Oh, do you notice a weird diversity here?
Graham O'Brien, Yasmin Khan, and Dan Lewis.
Yeah, fuck off, Jodie. Fuck off. Oh, look at me, Storting and Brave. No, you were shit. Oh, the rainbow across your chest. That's not subtle at all, darling. No one's picking up on that. You weird bullshit.
That's what you're going with. Yep. Got any cash? Empty pockets.
In 2023, David Tennant.
He already said he came back.
Returned as the 14th Doctor for the show's 60th anniversary.
And was insanely unimpressive, right? Was really, really, really unimpressive.
Longtime companion, Donna Noble, and facing off against the villainous Toymaker.
We can play Grandma's foot.
All right, he was good. Okay, Neil Patrick Harris was good as the Toymaker.
In a first for the series, the 14th Doctor's run didn't end with a regeneration, but a bi-generation.
I think you just want to get the word bi in there. Honestly, I really do. Because it was such a dumb idea that didn't work. And you had the Toymaker right bloody there, who could have that could have given you actually a reason to do this nonsense.
Splitting into two separate Doctors.
Also watch how he's the most excited for the worst Doctor, says Scotty Mad. Yeah, Jodie, yes, exactly. Because again, these people are racist. These people are bigots. These people are sexist, right? Like, all they can see is immutable characteristics. They can't see anything beyond that.
Last but not least, we have the 15th Doctor, Ncuti Gatwa, 2010 feet to current.
Yeah, myth, Mel. What do you think?
I don't think he was very good at his first appearance. I'm sorry.
You're beautiful.
What do
I know, not as beautiful as he thinks he is.
I feel like makes my Doctor different? For
you're super gay and dressed like a complete faggot, right? And that's not aimed at gay people. That's just aimed at, you can be straight and be a faggot. Stop with this.
One, he has a much, much larger wardrobe. He's got a lot of energy.
I'm saying the same thing.
Gee.
All about me.
A prize, honey. Here is mine.
He's a little cheeky. He's a little flirty.
What's your name?
I hate the flirtiness, right? I hate it. Oh, this was a great scene, though.
Ruby Sunday.
Hello, Ruby Sunday. And it's a Sunday right now.
Certainly no stranger to using his charm to get what he wants. Very much a doctor.
Okay, enough with your charm shoe. You're not charming anymore, right? Go get a finer hobby. Fuck you, you cunt.
Of the modern age.
Excuse me. Time travelers are great. Like the best. Like, wow.
And there you have it, ladies and
man. It might be good. It might be good. I don't know. I'm open-minded seeing what it is. Your doctor, like you, is a total narcissist, Konati. Yes, that's really the problem, right? That's really the problem. Oh, what's it? You said something. Matthew Conte said something.
gentlemen, that is every doctor in Doctor Who.
Oh, apart from John Hurt. wait, what did you say? Take a look at my above comment about the speech. It's an important point. Well, okay, was it? Not ready to say it's terrible. I agree with you. It's okay to be honest, but it's if we are being objective, nothing special. Well, that's not it. Well, what is it you said? 1 second. I can't find it. It's not about working in real life. Also, you have to remember the episode had to try it like 20 times and repeat it before it actually worked. That's interesting. Okay, so look, I hear what you're saying with that, Matthew, right? We're talking about the anti-war speech in Zygon Invasion, Zygon Inversion. The problem is that the Zygons were a very veiled allegory, very like thinly veiled allegory for radical Islamic terrorism, living amongst us, right? And essentially ISIS, right? It really was a very thinly veiled allegory for that. And that's why I think because you're dealing with something in like the real world at the time, right? You have to have a solution that meets your allegory. If your allegory stops representing what you're talking about and does the opposite, then it completely crumbles and falls apart. That being said, I think the speech was a good one. And I think Capaldi delivered it well, right? That's how I would describe it. Fine. So now I have to go. I'm assuming upstairs. I got to go to the kitchen and make sure all our countertops are cleaned, and then go over them with the steamer. Give them a bit of Rabbi steamer, baby, to make them kosher for Passover. Everything is hard. Let's see what's going to be. I do not know what's going to be when I go upstairs. Who knows what they're doing? Join me again on Saturday night. It's going to be 6:30 UK time. Whatever time it says on YouTube, it's going to be 6:30 UK time. 8:30 for me, I think. Was it 8:30? No, maybe or 9:30? No, is it 7:30? I can't remember. Whatever my normal time is on Saturday right now, that's when it'll be. Mark the Bigger is here. Hello, good evening, and goodbye. So with that, I'm going to hit the end broadcast button and say good night. Good luck, and may your